Okay, good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday. We're midway there to the end of the week. And so far, market has been unusual, right? Market sentiment report, we did mention that there will be basically a one direction this week. And so far, uh, that has been, pretty much Monday has been chopped and yesterday was pretty much one directional. Okay, so I think I probably may have caught that analysis right on the money, but didn't really get a chance to take advantage of it. Okay, but the problem here is that the premiums pretty much on any stock are so bad, right, that it just makes you want to throw up because it's not really fair, right? A lot of you guys have noticed yesterday that you get a 3 to 4% move on a stock, and it just not going right. Like something that's even near the money, it's not going. Okay, that's a sign. Okay, and that's a sign that the stock that we're choosing may not be a good swing here. Okay, and pretty much you can see it kind of here today, right, where the market is lower again um, because of the news here, right? The news here right now is NVIDIA basically, that the White House is demanding that to put restrictions on AI chip sales to China. Okay, so that is definitely a problem here, and that's why you see NVIDIA down around 3% pre-market. Okay, so we're not in NVIDIA. Pretty much, I didn't take it because I absolutely did not like the premiums, but that puts the whole semiconductor stocks at risk here. Um, the good news here is at least the stock that we are holding, Snowflake, is actually doing pretty good pre-market. It was up around 1.5% at one moment here, and it may actually go today. Okay, so I do intend to hold this a little longer here, and we'll see how that goes. Right now, I haven't heard any headlines around Powell yet, so I'll definitely wait for that. But so far, what we're looking to see here is that if the market does recover today, 100% snow and cloud stocks can be the leader here. Okay, and when I look at other cloud stocks in comparison, like MDB and Google, it seems to me that they only like to buy snow right now, right? So it could be because of the optimism around the stock currently at this time here, right? So definitely an important thing to notice here. Okay. Um, and I'm also noticing that far out of the put premiums, which I'll discuss shortly, is also down right now too. So we'll be looking at that and going over through that as well. So another thing I also want to discuss as well, I may start doing this today maybe, but the recordings on these videos, most likely they're going to be on YouTube. Okay, so but that's only going to happen at 9 a.m. So for everyone that misses a call, you pretty much have to wait till 9 a.m. to watch the recording, only because it makes everything a lot easier for me. So just keep that in mind here, because I'm putting everything on a cloud is a little bit too much sometimes, right? That's why we're going to do it that way going forward. Okay. So when I look at the premiums here on SPX, pretty much what we see here is basically, the 4330s are not adding value here. And the call premiums look pretty flat here. Okay. So we got to see if that SPX holds pretty much the 43.50 towards the downside. Okay, so that is the only part where we can see premiums start to get jacked here. The only thing is, we're getting closer and closer to the JP Morgan expiry, and that is one of the reasons that we may actually see premiums not go up. Okay, so you have a huge moving day, and if you're very far out of the money, you're not going to get that price point, right? When I look at my SPX chart here, 43.50 is going to be basically important zone, but in between here, there's not a lot of inflection points at all. Okay, which suggests that there may be a greater range happening today, and less support or resistance to move through those ranges. Okay, so definitely watch out for that. Now, when we're looking at stocks here, so Snow pretty much slightly lower. Let's see if it holds its positive route here. Need to get through 180 and 184. Yesterday, the key number for Snow was 178, right? Pretty much closed around there. If that number had broke, we would have seen 188. But now we're starting to see a new pivot resistance numbers here, because it looks like there's more selling points on the stock here. Okay, and that's one thing I do is good to know as well too, because these pivot points are basically based on the entry points for sell orders. Okay, Netflix is doing pretty well here. Okay, so we don't know what that is about. I think it may have gotten an upgrade, so I'll double check that. But so far, it does look like that is probably the reason why, and it's somewhat strong pre-market here. Okay, so no, it's not a price upgrade at all. Actually, no. Okay, it's not a price upgrade, so it's just up for no reason, I guess. So we'll look into that and see what's going on. And Snow here looks like it wants to go negative. So let's see if it holds. Must hold 175 in order to gap back up. And Microsoft had great news, but still pretty much hanging in there. Okay. LRCX. So one thing about the stock, I've been trying to get into it, but been very hard to get a fill on the stock. So key thing here for LRCX is the Micron earnings, and that's going to happen after market. Okay, so this has a potential catalyst. If it can get down to 623, then I may decide to get the 640 or calls, and I'll be potentially waiting for that. Okay, because we're heading into the weekend, we're in the midpoint of the week. Don't overpay for any of these premiums, okay? Because it's going to be hard to do that. Pretty much, if you had profits yesterday, the best outcome would have been if you've taken that and moved along, because everything is not doing so great pre-market here. Okay, so we're going to be watching out for that. So far, SPX at 43.70, and it continues to hold that number. Okay. Right now, we do got Fed Chair Powell speaking at the European conference here. Okay, so for central banking. So when the market opens, we may get some news on the guidance in terms of the world economy, US dollar dominance in their currency, and what Powell believes here. Inflation going to be a big thing that they're going to be talking about. Crude inventories as well. And then tomorrow Powell speaks again. But that time is going to be, during after market hours, because that's European time. So let's see what happens with that. And the rest of the time, rest of the week, nothing else matters except the core PCE. Okay. This will probably be the biggest moving thing in the market right now. because it dictates future inflation for the Feds. Also, next week is a short week, so do keep that in mind. I believe it is for it's okay. So for the Canadian market, stays a short week. But okay, so for the US, I think the of course July 4th is closed, is not on a Monday. For Canada, it's on Monday. For US, it's on a Tuesday. So let's see about that. And we got the meeting minutes next week, and all of that. So definitely 100% no intention of swinging anything today. Okay, for next week at all. So we'll see what happens, but anyways, that's pretty much what I got going on. I'll be posting these videos on YouTube going forward, and if you guys want to watch a recording, it will be there. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the chat, and let's get that money.